Hunter Williams, Cooper Langlois, Assorted Thoughts Co podcast, episode 6. How are we all doing today? It's a great day.
I'm doing good. How are
I'm
you?
good. I'm tired. My stomach hurts. My head hurts, but I'm chilling because I'm talking to my boy Hunter, and I'm talking to all my fans right now because that's what all you guys are hearing. And today's going to be a good episode. I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for nobody supporting the last episode. Appreciate it.
How many views does that
have? Nothing's going to beat the first one, though. I went through and watched the first one last night. It was pretty good.
Well, I mean, obviously it will, like, grow and everything. Like, hopefully as the channel grows, people actually start to watch and shit. But, like, yeah, the first one's not going to be beat for a while. But we just got to stay on the grind.
We got 17 subscribers.
We're going to be starting new videos.
New subscriber, S. Williams.
Who's that? My dad. Yeah, so we're going to be doing some different videos because I hate that the channel is literally just all podcasts. And that's not what it was intended to be, but like because of all the stuff that's been going on with quarantine and everything, like we just haven't been able to do anything else really. So hopefully, like as we start to get out and do stuff, we'll do like little vlogs, not like corny shit like vloggers do, but like
don't worry, we're not corny people. We're funny people.
We're a little corny.
Well,
I'm a little corny. I'm
pretty corny. Put yourself out there. I don't fuck with that corny shit.
I'm honest. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it. We only had 2 pieces of new music that we're gonna talk about. I'm sure there was more, but like mainstream
that we
wanted to react to. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have 2 albums, well, 2 projects. Do you want to talk about the first one, or do you want me to?
Oh, which one was the first one?
Run the Jewels 4.
Is that the one with DJ Premier on it?
Yeah. That's the one by Killer Mike and LP.
Well, no, DJ Premier is on the album.
Yeah, I know. He's a feature.
Yeah, well, that's why I didn't know the difference between the 2, but yeah. I'll talk about it first.
All right.
I thought it was good. I never go as in-depth about the music stuff as Hunter does, just because I don't really know a lot about the music industry or about artists that much, but Hunter does. But I thought it was pretty good. I like that style of music. I've been starting to listen to like that. Well, it's a new album, but like both of the members of the group, as far as I know, were like around like the 90s hip hop era. Am I wrong?
Killer Mike was like early 2000s, like 2000. I'm pretty sure he made his big break.
Well, around that time frame.
Yeah.
And
it's that style of music. Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty good. Definitely not really something that I would go back and just like listen to or save in my library, just because I'm really selective about what I listen to on the daily. Like I like things, but I'm really selective about what I'll just throw on. And
I don't save just anything.
Yeah. I was a big fan of the DJ Premier feature just because like Gangstar is in my opinion, one of the best groups of all time. And I just really like what he brought, and I really obviously, but other than that, there weren't really any standout tracks to me. Also, I only gave it like 1 listen through, and that was about 25 minutes before we hopped on this call. And I did a little bit of research. Yeah, I did a little bit of research on them, and just because like last night when you sent me the list, I was really not in. I just didn't like look at it yet until this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but that's pretty much all I have to say. I give it maybe 7 out of 10.
Our fucking reviews are gonna be so different.
Why, you didn't fuck with it?
No, I did. Like, okay, I'll just get right into it. So the beat and the flows on I think it was Holy Kalamafuck, they went sick. On the entire album, they went sick. The transition from that song to Goonies vs. E.T. was insane. It was like the little kid saying like motherfucker or something. And the beat like switches, and it was just a great transition. the entire album was filled with like really, really good wordplay and lyricism. But I think more importantly, it was filled with political statements and lessons and things that we're seeing more and more around this time because of sorry, my parents are walking the dog outside. I was distracted. Yeah, the entire project was filled with like really crafty lyricism and wordplay, but more importantly, it was filled with political lessons and just some really woke shit, but like real woke shit, not like Twitter woke shit. And he actually said that multiple times. He made fun of people that go on Twitter and say shit but don't actually spark change in real life or anything.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that because that's something that we need right now. And I don't know, like, were those songs recorded before this, or are they on a label that lets them put out music in 6 days? Because it's been like, what has it been since George Floyd died? Like a week? I know it was 6 days, like 2 days ago or something like that. So I think it's been a little over a week. And how did they put out an entire album about like the social climate? I don't really understand that, but
I mean,
pretty impressive. Unless it was done before and it's just a coincidence, but it doesn't sound like that at all because they mentioned the I can't breathe part of the horrible act that happened in one of their songs. But you hear a lot of that shit on Walking in the Snow. I really like that song. The Just beat and flow gave me a lot of like 3-6 vibes. But
did
like
Pharrell produce that?
I don't know if he produced it. I would assume he produced it because he was on it. But yeah, it's great to hear from Pharrell because we don't actually hear his voice a lot. In rap. Yeah, he's a great guy.
One of the fucking most important people in the culture.
Yeah. And then I don't know how you pronounce his name, but I think it's Mavis Staples or something. But that chorus is really good. I enjoyed it. On A Few Words for the Firing Squad, I think it's verse 2, Killer Mike's first verse. I think it's verse of the year. Go back and listen to that verse. It is some crazy shit. He is spitting like about his life, and it's just like it's really, really good. Like
he dropped some good bars.
Song, yeah. I think the instrumental break on that song, the last song of the album, didn't just add to that song, but the entire project as a whole. And I think this is the best like made project that we've heard this year. As far as like transitions and just the fluidity throughout and the wordplay and just everything about it, the subject matter, of course. And it was my first 10 out of 10 album on this podcast. So
really,
congrats to Run the Jewels. Yeah,
I'm sure they're really going to appreciate
it. Yeah. So yeah, I would go back and listen to this a lot. Like I'm gonna today. I'm probably gonna go back and listen through it a couple more times, and then I'll download the songs that I like out of that and make my own little playlist. But yeah, that the album was really like it's my favorite album to come out probably this year.
Do you think anything else is gonna top it?
Yeah, if like Kendrick drops or Cole drops, like there'll be shit that probably tops it. But
yo, Cole, who the fuck are you talking about? Not Jay. God, come on.
Yo, J. Cole is fire, but he gets hate.
Dude didn't even drop any music and you already put him in the running for album of the year. That's crazy, bro. Now, if
Kendrick didn't either. Why aren't you saying anything about Kendrick?
Kendrick is fire.
Yeah, but so was J.
Cole. I just don't like J. Cole. Kendrick is fire though. Kendrick knows what the fuck he's
actually
doing.
Yeah, let's get into this. Why don't you like Cole?
I just don't like J. Cole. I don't. Okay, one thing that really pissed me off is that he was really, really reaching when he did that interview with Lil Pump. I don't want to talk about Lil Pump on the show ever again after this, unless he dies or kills somebody. But Lil Pump literally made a song, and he was like, "Fuck J. Cole." You know, he just kept on saying "fuck J. Cole." And this dude was like 17 when he did that. If I was a 30-year-old dude and some minor dropped a video of him just saying "fuck me," I'd be like, okay. But he had him go to his like house, and they did like a 2-hour interview that Lil Pump clearly was not interested in at all, and that pissed me off. I thought that was kind of like he was trying too hard with that. I think he's a good rapper. I don't think, man, he got to cut the dreads.
I think he's a great artist.
Like, and I like
he's
Neighbors.
He's not just a great rapper. He's a great artist.
All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. Jesus Christ, it's just my opinion. I just don't sometimes I just don't like people, and I can't give a reason why. But it's not that I haven't given him a chance. I've given him. I love KOD. I think that's a fucking amazing album.
Do you think 2014 Forest Hills Drive is a good album?
When I was in middle school, thought that shit was fire. I was like, yo, Wet Dreams, bro, this is relatable.
Like, artist-wise, what do you think he's missed on? Like, what album or, like...
Born Sinner. Honestly.
Really?
What was the... For Your Eyes Only was a miss for me. Other than Neighbors, I like Neighbors.
See, the funny thing with that is a lot of people don't like For Your Eyes Only. And I remember when that came out, it was like, what was it, like a sophomore year or something? Freshman year, maybe?
Freshman or sophomore year.
And like everybody was mad hyped about it. And it was like,
what? Was everybody mad hyped about it?
Yes.
I don't remember everybody being hyped about it, or I wasn't hyped about it. It was just in chemistry class with Caden Foot.
But yeah, like everybody was excited about it, and then it came out, and it was kind of like a lot of people didn't like it, but I really enjoyed that album.
For Your Eyes Only?
She's Mine Part 1 and 2. I play that still now often. Like those are huge songs that I listen to often. So I never really understood the hate. There are some misses on that, but as a whole, I don't think it was a bad project.
I really, really like KOD.
See, KOD I don't like as much as his other stuff.
Why?
I don't know. It was just kind of like, I know what he was trying to do with like having a mainstream sound and like, oh, I can do this too, and it's not that difficult and everything like that with like ATM and everything. But I don't really want to hear J. Cole talk about that stuff. Like, I'd rather hear him talk about stuff that he actually cares about.
It's a cold world out here.
Moving on, we have Sleepy Hollow presents, I think, Sleepy for President or some shit. Like,
I don't know. I tried to listen to this, but I didn't. My phone broke.
So yeah, I'll go into it a little. I'll be honest. Also, I listened to like the first half of it, and then I just couldn't go any farther. So I think it was a great start off with the single that released with this project. And I think I like that song. Sonically, Molly is a great song. And I enjoyed the subject matter in a lot of the tracks. The beats are pretty simple, but like you can't really expect anything from that. The song with 5 Foreign was produced by the same guy who produced the song with 5 Foreign on Lil TJ's last project, and you could tell a lot because it sounded like exactly the same. And yeah, that like New York drill sound never really gets old, honestly.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's
Why not?
one of those projects where like if it came on in the car, I'd listen to one song, but like I wouldn't want to listen to the entire album in entirety. Like it's hard to listen to, but if somebody like played it while I was sitting in the car, then I'd listen to it and it would be good, and I'd just like continue on. But
I mean,
yeah,
usually
to it for like a half hour, I couldn't really do it.
Usually, I don't even like. It's really hard for me to like every song on an album. I
Yeah.
can't even name an album off the top of my head that's the case for it. Actually, you know what? No, that's false. Let me put you guys on to a little thing that I've been listening to the past couple weeks. It's an album by JPEG Mafia called "All My Heroes Are Cornballs." Not a song on that album is a miss.
Yeah, I saw you post that, and I looked it up, and I was gonna listen to it, and then I just didn't. So now I should actually listen to it. So all right, I'm gonna give that a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So well, I guess we can't move on right into that because we have first. I want to talk about Virgil. So did you see what happened with Virgil when he sent $50?
Did I see?
Posted it?
Yeah, I fucking saw. I saw all the fucking memes now. Everybody, I saw something because you know how Kanye donated $2 million and didn't say a word about it.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that later.
We can get into it. It's like, but I saw something and it was like, oh, Kanye donated 20,000 Virgils or something like that. It's like everybody's like calling Virgils like a way of currency now.
Yeah, I think it is fucked up because he put out a statement and everything and said that he had donated like 30 grand, but he didn't want to make it seem like you had to donate a lot of money. So he posted him donating $50 for like people that can't donate an insane amount of money. And I think that's like good, but I think he probably should have said that when he posted the $50. Like, yeah. I've donated a lot more, but anything matters, like something like that. Like, anything towards the cause is good. I think that would have been awesome if he did that, but like I just think he went about it the wrong way. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, and about Kanye, did you see that he also went out and protested?
Yeah, and he paid for George Floyd's daughter's college tuition.
Yeah. Well, he set up like a college fund.
Yeah. Well, yeah. My fault.
So did you see like how he looked in all the pictures? He looked like saddened. Which Huh?
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
So he looked like saddened, and he was like, it seemed like he didn't want to really be seen that much, and he just wanted to like go protest and do his part. But I don't think he really wanted the recognition for it. But because it's Kanye, you know, you have cameras all around, and like, but you could tell that he was trying to hide his face and hide everything. It is nice to see that he's doing this after some of the political stances that he's taken over the last few years. But it's nice to see that he's still doing things for his community. Oh, also, I wanted to talk about, dude, in that, did you watch the documentary about, like, Have a Good Trip? Did you watch that documentary?
I keep seeing it, and I just am going right past it. I'll watch it tonight.
So good, dude.
Maybe I'll watch it on acid.
Yeah. It was like really, really good. And I think one of the big things that I took away from it was at the end, the doctor was talking about how there's no such thing as reality because like the way that a chameleon sees something, they don't see the same way we do. They can look up there and they can look down here at the same time. And the way a fly sees, or I'm pretty sure some animals see the sky as like purple or something like that, he said. And I really loved that he said that there's no such thing as reality. And I think I'm going to use that in a lot of like, because that was such a fire like line to me. And he was he like backed it up with like scientific support. And I think
who's this talking?
it was some like, I don't know, he was like an Indian guy. I don't remember what his actual name was though. But yeah, ASAP Rocky's in it. Sting is in it for a long time. Sting
I
has
saw
like
Sting was in it.
um
Who else was in it? There were a couple.
Ben Stiller has a
That was who it
hilarious
was. You told me that he was in it. I was kind of like, huh?
because he had like a so the story behind that is apparently he had like a horrible trip and it was like he said it was like the worst time in his life and he was like, yeah, I was not ready to take acid and it was like not for me. And he apparently
Yeah.
called his dad. Do you know who his dad is? Jerry Stiller. He was the so in Seinfeld, he was George's dad, and in King of Queens, he was Carrie's mom. That's what I know him from. But he was also on like the Love Boat and everything. Like
So his
he,
dad's famous.
yeah, his dad was very. He actually just died. Rest in peace, Jerry Stiller. He just died like a
Oh,
few weeks ago.
I didn't know
But yeah, he was a famous actor also. And he talked about the whole thing is hilarious because like each one of them tells stories and everything. And actually ASAP Rocky doesn't, which I was kind of upset about. I wish Rocky had more of a part in it. But his was like a lot less than the other celebrities. But he said that he's never done like certain shit or anything. But yeah, like a lot of the celebrities, they would talk about like a story that they had, like a funny story that they had while tripping and everything, and then they would animate it with like really Grateful Dead vibe shit, like mad colors and like spinning wheels and like just a bunch of different like grass with like faces and everything. Like it was just super well done. They had a lot of like science shit. It was a good mix between like science, fact, and storytelling. So yeah, I feel like everybody. Also, I would like to say this that um, I've never done psychedelics, obviously. Um, well, I mean that's not really obvious, but like you know what I mean. Um, but a lot of people say like, oh, everybody should do it, and that's completely not true. I
that.
just
Yeah, I
want to get
know.
that out there. Like, I don't know why people keep saying that because there's a lot of stories of people that are not ready to do it, and they have like an experience that literally changes them for the worst
Yeah.
and fucks them up for a long time.
No, yeah, that's not
Um,
something you really fuck around with
yeah,
at all.
it's not something unless you're like really into that kind of stuff. Like, and
Well, yeah, I
but a
mean, like
lot
if
of
you're
them.
like pretty like a straight edge person, I guess it's
Yeah,
just
well,
not like a
I
beginner
think
type
that
of
was like
drug.
Ben Still. Yeah, I think that was like Ben Stiller was like
Yeah.
he like somebody just offered it to him, and for some reason he took it, and like he ended up having a really bad trip for like 12 hours. What a lot of the people on the documentary were saying was that if you go into it with like a goal, like okay, I'm gonna get in touch with myself, or I'm gonna get in touch with the world, I'm gonna try to become more selfless or something like that. Like if you go into it with a goal, they said that it usually ends up being good. But if you're just like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna try acid, usually
Yeah.
that's when it like goes bad.
Yeah. You have to be prepared.
Yeah, so I think that documentary was really informative, and I think that um, it was really well done. I've actually watched it like 3 times now.
Is it a
Um,
Netflix documentary?
yeah. I think it's a net.
Uh,
I think it's like Netflix. What is it called?
Original?
Yeah, I think it's a Netflix original.
Well, yeah, that's what
Um,
I meant.
yeah, yeah,
Like I knew it was on Netflix, but yeah. But
yeah,
I'm definitely gonna check that out. I've been meaning to check it out, but just haven't.
yeah. It's really good. All right. So next up, we have quarantine dying down. Um, it's like not being talked about as much, but I feel like um, it is like it's definitely still out there, and people are saying that it's like it may make a bigger return because of all the protests and everything.
That's what I was fucking thinking.
So yeah,
But
if you go to speaking of, damn, Yeah, if you go to protests, make sure you wear like a mask and you're like not around a lot of people. Like obviously you're gonna be around a lot of people, but don't be like fucking hand in hand with mad heads or anything.
Wait a minute. Is this quarantine dying down? Is this where we talk about what we've been doing, or is it just like quarantine dying down?
Yeah, we're just talking about like different shit that's been going on. So
okay, so Assorted Thoughts is that okay?
Yeah, so and the NBA apparently has voted to come back, and they're gonna do like a 22 team. I know you don't really care about this shit, but like apparently they're gonna do.
Basketball.
Oh really?
Not like heavy, but like I fuck with basketball. I'll watch it if it's on.
Yeah.
But if it's not, I'll watch Gravity Falls.
I'm gonna watch all of The Last Airbender because I've watched a lot of it, but I never finished it. So I have to rewatch that, and then I want to watch. What else did I want to watch?
You have to watch Midnight.
I already did. We can talk about that.
Did you not like it?
No, I liked it. It wasn't like life changing. Like you hyped it up a little too much.
I didn't hype it up. I'm just looking at it from a different standpoint than you probably.
What standpoint were you looking at it from?
I think like I'm more interested in the process of how the movie was made than the actual movie when it comes to that movie, because like it was just such an insane story. But I also really like the movie too.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, but it wasn't like it wouldn't be in my like top 5.
It's definitely not even. It's not in my top 5.
Yeah.
I got a really hard top 5 to get into, but it was. I just thought it was.
Next podcast, I would like to have a conversation about the top rap groups.
Okay, cool.
Because I would like to see, because it had me thinking, because I saw like somebody talking about how the Migos said that they were the best rap group of all time. And do you think they're even in? I wouldn't put them in the top 10.
I don't know, but if we're gonna talk about it next week, then let's save it for next week.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I would put them in the top 10. Yeah, we'll figure it out next week.
My AirPods just died. I think I'm fine. Well, they didn't die, but I just got the noise. Oh no, I'm fine. I'm on 17%.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember. I had something to say before, but I forgot it. But yeah.
Yeah, so going into that movie a little more, what was the Ray? Ray was the kid that was nice.
Ray was the kid with dreads, the black kid with dreads. Yeah. Knockout Smith.
So he was nice.
I thought that was really fire seeing him because he's an OG. Like he's been skating for Supreme for a really long time.
Yeah. What was I just gonna say?
And Stevie, the little kid.
Yeah.
He's like dirty at skating. Like he's nasty. He's like 13 years old.
Wasn't he in that video that I watched or something about like the cast from mid-90s skates or whatever?
I don't know, maybe.
I watched it before I watched the movie, so I don't really remember like who was in it, other than Olin Purnett.
Fuck Olin Purnett.
He's a dick in that movie.
I know he's a douchebag. I hated like the car crash scene.
Dude, that I like genuinely was like that hit me. That doesn't happen too much in movies for me, where like a scene impacts me, but that like when it like flashes black and then it like there's a flash and you see like the kids scream. I forget who it was, but they're like screaming.
4th grade.
Was it 4th grade?
It was 4th grade. That's my boy. He got the VHS with him everywhere.
Yeah, that kid's fire. But yeah, like that genuinely made me like sad. I was like, fuck, like I don't even know why would they get in the car. I know it's not real, but like why would they get in the car?
I have to let him out in the backyard really quickly. When I first watched the movie, I thought he died. Like I thought the kid died. I thought Stevie died in the hospital.
Yeah. I was like, shit, dude, he fucking...
Yeah, I know. Like, he killed him, that's it. I thought it
Yeah.
was I thought it was a cool scene when they were all asleep in the waiting room and the mom came in.
I thought it was cool too, but if I was that mom, like,
Oh yeah, exactly. I totally agree with that. I was like, I would not let them go see my son.
oh, like after they just almost killed him because he was fucking drunk driving, like, are we
Yeah.
serious right now?
But I just think like I don't know. I just think that movie is great, and
And
I
I
really
think
like.
the scene where the brother is like, "Oh, your friends are losers" or whatever. Yeah, and he laughs. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, well, yeah, because he was about to get his ass beat.
Yeah. And then he saw Stevie.
That's such a great movie. But I really like that they actually were recording with the VHS camera, and then at the end they put the montage to that the Far Side song, "Passing Me By." But
yeah, really good music. Yeah, actually, now
great
that I
music
think about
selection.
it, it was a great movie.
Like, yeah, it was really
yeah.
authentic.
Yeah.
But yeah, hats off to Jonah Hill for that one.
Mm-hmm.
He actually, so that thing that I got, that's just a thing full of the movie company that he made mid-90s through. He did like a magazine with them, where he interviewed different people. He like started off talking about how like he used to be really like big and how that's not like what he wanted people to see him as, and blah blah blah. It was like a really long monologue, but he interviewed like all like his closest friends and about like that what their version of themselves that they don't like was, and he interviewed DJ Premier and like fucking Michael Cera. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim. But
what that is, but
what, that's like a fire ass Scott Williams.
yeah.
But yeah, what's our next?
Window shopping.
Oh yeah, baby, you going first?
Sure.
All right.
So, first up, we have a vintage Star Wars single stitch 1996 tee for $69 on Grailed. It's got like the fucking TIE fighters on the front. Oh, it's fire.
What tag is it? It's a good tag.
Oh shit, I forget. Hold on, I'll check. I can check. But yeah, I'm a huge. I don't know if people know this about me, but like I'm a big Star Wars fan, so like that's why a lot of like Star Wars vintage shit I put in here. So
right.
yeah, I don't know what tag it is. I've been looking and I can't find that out, but we'll just cut that out. Next I have a Sting hat for $62 on Grailed. It would go with pretty much anything. It's a fire hat. I think it was a flat brimmed hat, but I'm not really a big fan, but it was a fire hat.
Yeah.
So next, I have the Beetlejuice single stitch tee. Super fire graphics on the front and back. 140 beans on round 2 vintage. Not my size, but if I could find it in my size, I'd be sick. Next, I have something that I will never be able to get because they did not make them in my size, but they are still fire. The Bapesta Uggs, which on StockX, they go for anywhere from like 500 to like $2,000, I saw, depending on size and like rarity and shit.
Yeah.
And then last, this was just kind of a filler, honestly, because I didn't have a good one. But some black Supreme sweats for like 179 beans on Grailed, and those pictures will all be up because I'll send them to Cooper. So, all right, you're up.
All right. So first we're gonna start out with an ashtray from Supreme when they did a collaboration with artist Alessandro Mandini. I used to have the hoodie from this collection, and then I sold it.
Yeah.
My next item, the ashtray, it's 125. Definitely can get it for cheaper, but it was just I saw it. The next thing is from Young Thug's brand that's never going to release anything, Spider, and it's this It's just a red hoodie it's like an original hoodie. It's got the spider web on it and it just says spider. It's pretty hard. I like the brand. I really like the brand a lot. Ball, when he got drafted to the NBA, he was wearing an all custom spider tux with some off-white MoMA ones. And that is a power move, if I must say so myself.
Yeah.
Ball is so fire. I think he is so fire.
Yeah.
But my next piece is this undercover Bape jacket. Very rare. It's $1,050, and it's like a varsity jacket, and it's got a big L on the front. And the jacket is called the Last Orgy jacket. And then on the back, it has like the realistic gorilla, like the Bape logo, but it's like the realistic one, like that.
Oh, yeah.
And it says Last Orgy 2. And I just think it's such a clean color and like a clean design. I would wear it. My fourth piece is this Supreme undercover shirt. This Supreme 7 Samurai shirt, and it's just got like a picture from the movie 7 Samurai, and then it has a Supreme logo over it. A little light pace. But then my last one is a book. And it's a book that I'm looking for, but I can't find it because it's extremely rare. And Harmony Korine and Macaulay Culkin in 1998, they went on a trip to Japan together. And Harmony Korine does really good. He still does. He shot the Jack Boys cover, and he shot a bunch of other things in the recent years that he doesn't even get the credit for that he deserves. But his older photography is better in my opinion. But he came out with a book, and it has 1,000 prints in it, and it's like from when the band Sonic Youth used Macaulay Culkin in their music video. A lot of shots from behind the scenes of that. But it's called The Bad Son, and it's pretty much just like a profile on Macaulay Culkin, just in all black and white photography. And it's just like all the pictures that I've seen are just so cool.
Usually the true artists, the people who change shit in the world, are the people that get the least credit. And like nowadays you see that like people bite styles and shit and rap, and then they just run off with it, and they end up going mainstream and start popping. And then the people that kind of like changed that shit don't get the kind of credit that they deserve.
Yeah.
So yeah. Are we moving on to Assorted Thoughts?
All right, yeah, we can move on to Assorted Thoughts.
So one of my Assorted Thoughts is 6ix9ine just called out Meek Mill again, but I don't really care, so we'll move on. So yeah, all my idiot friends have been trying to get me to go do something else that I don't want to do for the second week in a row. I've been asking to go on a hike, just get out the house for a couple hours. Yeah, they're like really selfish, like horrifically. And you can leave this all in there because I don't really care. But they're horrifically selfish. No, I don't care. Huge double standards that some of them have. But, you know, I just have to get through another 4 years of college with them.
Wait a minute, you guys are all going to the same school?
Not Bray.
Where's Bray going?
Springfield, but he was like, oh, probably after the first year I'll transfer because I won't like it. And we were like, all right, Bray.
You boys are crazy.
I'm living with them.
That's crazy. Are you rooming with both of them?
No, well, so we're trying to get a suite, like a 4-person suite.
That would be fine.
I would room with Caden, and then Jay has this other kid that he knows, or doesn't. I don't know if he like knows him, but like he knows him through his mom or some shit. So I think he would room with that kid.
Yeah.
Because we need a 4th. You should have applied to Central.
Well, I don't really even want to fucking go to school at all.
Yeah.
I'm only going to Three Rivers because I have to. If I had the option to not go to school next year and just do my own thing, I'd probably do so much better.
So yeah, Assorted Thoughts. What else do I have to say? I don't know. I'm failing school,
Motherfucker, me too.
but like, I don't know. I'm probably gonna just do a really shitty job on that thing, and then I'll get the grades up that I need to next week for sure, 100%. I have to. Because that's another thing. I have a big like graduation party.
Oh, I'm hyped for that. I'm about to get fucked up.
Yeah, we're about to party our fucking. It's gonna be mad old people. It's gonna be you, Caden, and Jay, and Bray. I thought I already said Bray, but then I realized I didn't. And then it's just gonna be mad people. Like some people are like my step third cousins that are gonna be there. Like I don't even know these people. But my mom was like, "Oh, the more people you invite, the more money you get." Because like when you throw a graduation party, everybody brings bread.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about all those checks that's gonna be coming in the fucking mail. Oh
yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for like shit.
Yeah. I've been chilling. A lot of changes in the past like 2 weeks or so for me. Like I've been not living differently, but I've just been like, I don't know. I've been like doing a lot less. Like just this week though, like I've just been doing a lot less, just chilling at home more. I don't know. Honestly, nothing's really been good for me. I just been chilling, watching movies, posted up. I cleaned my room a lot. I made a poster yesterday. It's pretty dope. Not gonna show it on camera though. Actually, yeah, I will. It's right here. Got it on cue. But it's just like a couple different posters, all compiled from like different, like really impactful movies for the film industry, like Boogie Nights, Beverly Hills Cop, and this Tim Burton movie with Johnny Depp. Like Beverly Hills Cop is it's sort of like a joking movie, but it's like still like really well done. It was like a big step because it was written and directed by a black person, and it's a black comedy, and it was in like that was like newer. That's when like Spike Lee started to drop shit and all that. Like it wasn't really a popularized thing for like African Americans to like create movies. They were more just stars in the movies. So I think that Martin did a very good job at whatever. But
did you keep going? That's my fault. Keep going.
I've just been chilling. I need to put on deodorant, but what were you saying?
I do too. The problem is like I don't keep deodorant in the house. I always keep it in my car because I live between two different houses. So sometimes like I'll forget it at a house or something. So yeah, that's annoying because I usually go out at some point and put it on, but I didn't today. But yeah, did you see Spike Lee's? There's a movie coming out on Netflix.
I did see that.
Yeah,
it looks pretty dope. Spike Lee is such a
Bloods.
He's just such a god. He's a fucking legend.
I have to watch what is it called? Black America. It's like the
Black
KKK.
Black Klansman.
Dude,
that movie is great. He won his first Oscar last year for it. He's had 5 nominations. Literally, like you can see how hard like he's worked. Like Samuel L. Jackson. He's like one of the most famous like African American actors ever. He was the one that. Yeah, well, he was the one that was announcing the Oscar, and when he opened up the envelope, you can just like see how happy he was, and Spike Lee ran up on the stage and like literally jumped in his arms, and they were like crying together. And I thought that shit was just so fire. But I'd take Spike Lee. I take classes from Spike Lee.
Do you?
Yeah, I told you that last week.
Oh yeah, you did. But I saw something about that the other day.
It was on a YouTube ad.
I think so. It was like some sort of ad that I saw.
Because I just he's a fucking genius.
But yeah, because it was funny because I've been a Knicks fan for a long time. So that's how I knew him. I didn't know that he was like a fucking like a crazy director and like did a lot of like really good films until like the last few years. Like I always thought he was just a crazy Knicks fan, and I didn't know how he had like season tickets for courtside every year. Like I didn't understand that. But now I do, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, also, I've been like eating a little better because I hopped on the scale the other day. I'm up 10 pounds since quarantine started, which I'm still down like 25 since like last summer.
Yeah.
But that's still not good. So I've been eating like 3 meals a day, no snacks usually, maybe an apple. And then I've been going outside and like playing horse and stuff with my brothers, jumping on the trampoline and shit. Like just doing like not doing like real exercise, like going on runs and stuff, but just getting outside, getting fresh air and stuff. And yeah, I've been eating a lot cleaner than I usually do. But yeah, tonight I'm gonna get a full pizza though. Treat myself.
That's fire.
All right.
So do we just have to end this here? I mean, I already shared my assorted thoughts. We got to do it quick though. All right. Well, thanks everybody.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of your favorite podcast in the world, Assorted Thoughts. So yeah, again, I'd like to start doing different type of videos, maybe some like vlogs. We do have a pretty big video planned that I think can happen in the next couple weeks. You heard?
Yeah.
So we've had this in the works, and I think we're going to be able to do it in a few weeks' time. But yeah, it's a pretty stressful time out there right now. We have the Black Lives Matter movement going on. Fully support that, both of us. And quarantine has sucked, but it seems it's coming to an end. So hopefully things turn out good. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you for everybody that tuned into this episode. If you got to this point, we love you. We appreciate you. Peace out, everybody. All right, I'm gonna stop.